YouTube, did you miss me? Because I missed you. Celestial Soul Sister 813 at your service. Today we are going to get a reading in here. So glad to be back with you guys. Before we get started, please don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe when subscribing. If you should so do so, please hit that bell for notifications so you'll know when these videos are dropping. We're all on different timelines. This could be somebody's past, present, or future. Please take what applies to you and what doesn't. Leave. Quick prayer before we get started. Holy Spirit, I ask that you please protect my light and the collective that is with me. Help us to find the truth and to see a lies and the light in the dark. Send all negative energy back to cinders and blind all evil eyes. Thank you, and let's go. Okay, so working with a deck today. It is Moon, the Moon deck. And first card I got was Reach for the Moon, Go for it. Okay, second, Cold Moon, Face your fears. Okay, and the next, Exalted Moon. Exalted Moon, self-regulation. You need to regulate yourself. Okay, and Moonlit, embrace uncertainties. Okay, so somebody needs to step out on faith and not do no scared business. No scared business. Step out on faith and embrace what source, what God has for you. That first card out, what did it say? Go for it. If you needed any clarification, you needed to double down on this, there it is. So let's see what your assignment is. Let's see what you're going for. That might help, right? Okay. And the deck I'm using today for your divine assignment, I just recently purchased this deck from a seller on Etsy, Sassy Lux 3333. Excellent deck. The cards are quality, good suggestions. They really help in the read. So shout out to Sassy Lux 333. Okay, so divine assignment. Shadow Walker operates in unseen realms, working behind the scenes for divine or karmic purposes. So you out here on a mission. You out here on a mission, aren't you? Let's get one more. Okay, I got a few more. Okay, New Soul, relatively new to Earth, seeking to learn, grow through first incarnations and life experiences. Okay, your new soul. So that helps us a little bit. How about if we do a little bit of Kipperish, okay, and see what we can get from there. I hope everybody's doing good today, and your work day went well. Everybody survived it. I survived. I'm here. Okay. I hate that. I am on a street where I have a motorcyclist, and they come down this gravel road that's next to my house. It isn't even serviceable, but he uses that, I guess, for parking. The gravel road last July, this time last year, I had to replace my back window. Shattered all over the place. So as you heard that motorcycle, that's what I hear every morning, every evening, and I'm always on edge. Like, is my car okay? I just had to share that with you guys. So let's see. Okay. Someone in the collective could be a Sagittarius, and that's November 23rd to December 22nd. Optimistic. You need to be free. You're honest and straightforward. You play no games. So It should be easy for you to face your fears and embrace uncertainty. Okay, let's see what more we can get. So the card is intent to hurt. Whatever this is about, we'll get to the bottom of it, because that just came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, you guys. Okay. Holy Spirit, more about the intent to hurt from the collective. Their intent to hurt you, and we'll find out, we'll ask who this is, but Spirit wants you to isolate yourself. Put yourself in isolation, okay? It's okay to be by yourself sometimes. Sometimes when you're by yourself, you can figure things out. You can see things differently, okay? So that's one thing. Let's see what else we can get here. The intent to harm or hurt could be coming from someone who likes to bring around chaos magic. Okay. More for the collective. A union, so a relationship doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be a family relation, but it comes out after that chaos magic. So that union, let me get a little bit more. Contract, obligations, commitment, agreement. We're dealing with a married couple, because that's a contract. That's an agreement. Let's see what else we can get. So, if you can see this card, you see that it says liar, no, liar, and then it says yes, right? But the card is in reverse, okay? So I'm going to take that to mean that whoever's in that union with someone in a collective that you've got a commitment with, contract, you could be married, or it could be a long-term relationship. They're lying. What they're lying about, I'm not sure, and maybe that's a fear, part of the fears that you need to face. And that embrace uncertainty. If people are lying to you, that's an uncertainty. You don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know if they're truthful. We got a liar. Makes sense. Okay. So, your parents, they see that person. They see them for who they are, and they don't like them. They have a group association. This also says cult and coven. I don't know if your person practices witchcraft, or if they're in a cult or a coven, but they could be with a group of people that actually wreak havoc on this relationship. Could. Let's see. Holy Spirit, more for the collective. There we go. Okay. Not only are you a liar, but you're broke. Broke and hanging out with your friends. I guess it's time to call Tyrone. Call him. Tell him, come on. Come on, get your things. But you ain't got no money for gas. Okay. Oh my goodness, you cannot make this up. Corruption, bribe, coercion. Wow. Let's see what else we can get here. More for the collective. So when I said before, it doesn't have to be romantic. It most certainly could be platonic. It could have been family relations, but it is not. Corruption, bribe, coercion, dealing with money. The card before that was fortune, but in reverse, no money. And look who came out after all that money talk. Your lover. So now I understand what it is. Self-regulation. I want to know a little bit more about the self-regulation. Okay. If you're having problems regulating yourself, you could be depressed. You could look at this. You're more than likely going through something. And if that be the case, source, God, higher power, whatever you call on him. And also, please pray about it, because that can help you regulate yourself. And it can also help with that uncertainty. The uncertainty is you having to leave this relationship. That's the uncertainty. You don't know where you're going to end up. You don't know how things are going to turn out. That's that face the fear. But your first card out was go for it. Some type of candle magic. They're doing some type of magic. Well, I guess if somebody's seeing you for a liar, your money's not good, you're corrupting, coercion. I typically don't do many readings where I put any focus or emphasis on a third party. When I think of third party, and it could mean a lot of things, but I always think about an affair, somebody cheating. So I don't get very many of them. I don't like it, but I've got a third party here. So let's bring this all together. Someone is in a relationship that does not serve their higher good, does not serve their higher purpose. You're unable to regulate your emotions. That's self-regulation, your emotions, your thoughts. This person has you all over the place. Look, chaos magic. You don't know which way is up or down. What this looks like is a relationship that somebody is going to have to move on from eventually. I can't tell you to go, only you know to go. But the last card was what? Third party. And it says other man or woman. Other man or woman, right? If that isn't an affair, I don't know what is. And look, I've actually gone through Portal and Pathways. This is another deck from Sassy Lux 3333. And are you trapped? You feel trapped, but you're not. You're not trapped. This is also associated with 1950, 2010, 2022. Long hair male. Very short or dreadlocks, if that kind of applies. Be mindful. Be mindful of what's going on around you and what that person is doing. One more. You've always got choices. And this choice right here is yours. Collective. We already see what this is. This just makes me like really, really sad. I hate that for whoever it is. But you do have choices. You don't have to take any type of abuse. You don't have to be anybody's second, third, fourth best. You're worth more. You're worth more to me. You're worth more to yourself and the people that love you. This person, I don't believe they know what love is. I don't believe they do. Let me get you an angel message. I think that you'll see that once you step away from whoever this is, or once this closes out, life will get better for you. It'll be good. I feel that. I not only do I feel it, I can see it. I can see happiness, but I can't see it in this. I can't. And especially not with your lover. And another thing that just stands out to me that I don't like is intent to hurt or harm. Now, sometimes I see that and it could be spell work. You don't actually have to sit down and your intentions can actually start a spell. But this intent to hurt or harm, if anybody is dealing with a physical issue in your relationship, I don't want this to sound like a PSA, a public service announcement, but if anybody is being hurt, abused, don't go for that. Don't go for it. You're worth more than that. And there are people out there that want to help you and want to see you go to higher ground. You don't need that type of behavior. So I didn't say anything as we were going along. And look, after we found out that they were a liar, your parents came out. Parents come out. Stay close to your family. You're going to need your family. You definitely going to need your family. Your angel message. Focus. I can choose what I want to focus on. Choices. You have choices. And sometimes when you're stressed out and you're depressed, it's hard to focus. Focus to get things done. I need you to focus because my collective, I love you guys. I need you to come on back so we can actually figure out what life is all about. I appreciate you guys. Please like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, if you should, and I hope you do, hit that notification, that bell, so you'll know when these readings are dropping. I do really love you guys, and I appreciate you, just hanging in there with me and supporting me. With that being said, I will see you next time.